All right, everyone. I was just given the note that we are able to start our next run, and that will be the Sonic Riders run by Ice72. So go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everybody. Yep, this is the Sonic Riders run by Ice72. Ice here is mute, so I'm here. So we have our comms. Me, I'm Roxim.
And I'm Cybersonic Star 655.
And we'll be commentating.
Yes. Do you want to wait? Count down.
Would you like me to count down?
Yeah, might as well. We'll start with that.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so for this first rounder, map here, there's really not too much. The first thing we want to do is, lap there. Ooh. So normally what you want to do is you actually want to try and get to the top path, because there is a 100 ring box up there that will immediately get you over to level 3, gives you essentially the best stats, best speed, best boost, all around the best part. So we're kind of having to go on backup strats, it looks like here. Luckily the ring collection isn't too bad.
Basically every stage besides Babylon Guardian has 100 ring box. So most of the time it's the faster thing to go to, depending on where it exactly is on the stage.
Yep.
As you saw, Ice's lap 1 was a bit awkward, but she's recovering. So she's now doing normal routing. Obviously this path is a bit risky because of the cars.
Yeah, a lot of Metal City is, I guess you could say, it's very, what is it, the cars are on a cycle, if I remember correctly. I don't know how that cycle works, unfortunately. Do you know, Cyber?
Nah, I don't know either.
Well, unfortunately can't get much info on that. So the reason that, as well here, as you see, Ice skipping that first rail, it is just a little bit faster. I think it saves about half a second overall, depending.
Also, at the start we didn't really get to see it, but it's faster to also drift instead of boost, because for some reason you go faster when you're just snaking versus when you're boosting in this game, like in level 1. But then in level 2 and 3, just boosting is faster.
Yeah. Alright, so here we are at Splash Canyon. So, as we're showing off here, drifts are, of course, faster, level 1. We try and get top path here because there's 230 ring boxes, immediately getting us up to level 3. And then you can also, with the quick time events on PC, you can hold the left and right buttons to refill your air. You just hold them on keyboard and it kind of refills your air. As well as you saw the zero hoop fly skip, personally one of my favorites, where there's a very small section of the wall that you can go through if you angle yourself correctly. And it saves a ton of time over the 1 hoop skips and the 2 hoop skips. Ooh, missed that, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Ice has to go around. As you can see, we have a fuel meter that's filled with air. Every time you go into a shortcut, a QT, or trick, you can refill it. As Roxim was saying earlier with the keyboard, if you just hold it, you can get your air back. But with controller, it's a bit different, because you have to flick it left and right, which is actually way worse because on keyboards it's basically a glitch where you just get it full, and with the controller you can't. So by extension, they basically have two different routings. Two different routings in the sense that you have to be more careful with your air with the controller versus the keyboard. So there's a lot less to work with the controller. So naturally, the two controller options are separate.
Yeah.
And now we're at Egg Factory.
Yes, with Egg Factory, we've got really just one main skip here, which we call Volcanic Dip. Essentially, after this particular ramp that Ice is now going through, you can boost and just go through the wall. For some reason, the developers, I guess the Sonic team, just decided that there didn't need to be a wall there. What players were going to try and go through it, right?
You just make the other side solid and not the other side.
Yeah, pretty much. Now that 100 ring box is very risky to go through for the first lap.
Yeah, but in this there's also like a backup one because you can get to level 3 before, but it's a bit hard to do.
Yeah, that's very true as well. Let's see here. Yeah, there's really not too much in these glitchless, I guess, story mode runs. Or
I mean, we could talk about the trick system.
Oh yeah, the trick system. Okay, so it's a lot. How do you want to go about explaining it? Because I feel like mine will be too simplified.
If you hold the analog stick or the arrow key down, you can do a backflip, which gives you a lot more air, and then forward gives you forward momentum, as you can see what Ice is doing. For ramps that are like diagonally angled, like 45 degrees. Yeah, and then with ramps that are 90 degrees, you hold the analog stick like backwards. Like down.
Or you could just, so I guess to give it a little more simplified. Straighter ramps, you hold forward on your analog stick or so. As you release your charged jump, you'll go further. And then on curved ramps, you hold backwards, you go higher. That's pretty much like the main thing.
And obviously, you want to get as much X ranks as much as possible because she gives you 100 air, which is basically half of your fuel meter.
Yep. So that skip there, that was a spiral skip. And then we have here I don't know what that one's particularly called. Essentially, that second one, you actually want to hit, it's kind of a bit precise, I'd say, because you want to hit the wall and it's such an angle with your tricks that you don't get turned around.
It's pixel skip over ropes. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah. And with this one, what is it? You're dodging a death barrier, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, Ice is also making sure she's not like getting turned around either. So by doing that, she's not losing too much time by having to use air to turn around. So that's good.
Yeah.
And also, you can jump into the air hoop to save some time because taking all the air hoops, even though it gives you full air, is slow.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and the reason Ice is avoiding dash panels is because dash panels in this game set your speed instead of adding to your speed. So if you go super fast, it slows you down. But if you go super slow, then I guess, it speeds you up.
Yeah, it's a very Sonic-esque design, which kind of unfortunately doesn't really work that well.
It's like the same in a lot of Sonic games. This is very weird because if you take the dash panel in Sonic Generations, for example, what the speedrunners do, like me included, we just boost after it just to set our speed again to like the max speed, which is like it's just so funny and weird at the same time.
Yeah. Alright, now we're on to Sand Ruins, which has a couple of different skips here. Let's see. Not too familiar with Vanilla's version of this, unfortunately.
As you've noticed, sometimes Ice is not taking the shortcut in this scenario, she's only taking this rail and then avoiding every other shortcut. Because it's just too slow. Like, certain shortcuts are like slower than others.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and this pillar is like dependent on where the AI is. Like, sometimes you can get lucky and the pillars will never go up, depending where the AI is located, which is basically RNG.
Call that some artificial rubber banding, why don't we?
Yeah. Well, Ice is basically the world record, but if it was if the records were also were super close to each other, then yeah, this could be really toxic, as you can imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Ice being pretty much the current best Riders Vanilla player, to say the least. At this point in time, yeah, there's really not that much.
Yeah, before that was
I think it was Great Cat.
Dark Spine Sonic, and then Celestix, and then was Sewer, and then now it's Ice.
Yep.
Maybe I missed someone, but I'm not sure.
Like I said, I think Great Catmon too was considered one of the best at the point.
Oh yeah, he's more of a good IL runner, like one of the best IL runners.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ice is unlucky because she didn't get all the pillars always went up.
Yep. But at this point it's lap 3, so the race is already over.
True. And now we are in Babylon Garden, the weirdest stage of, like, out of the bunch.
Yeah, it's the weirdest in terms of So I guess to start off that first part, you could just jump through the wall at a certain angle, and you could just fall down. It's just that simple.
Yep. Then you just skip the big trick at the start.
Yep.
Can I cut in really quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We have an anonymous $1 donation, and it went towards Rocky for the Kirby Superstar Ultra donation. So, if you want to beat that, you can donate. We're trying to get towards that $1,750. We're at $1,701 right now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Also, getting one max air is not the only thing that's important in QTEs. Like, speed also matters. So because you just have to hold down, you basically always get max speed. So you always get the best speeds in the QTEs versus a controller as well. Which is another reason why they're separate. Go on, Roxim.
Yeah, so I did also want to mention as well, while you may notice that Sonic's rocking his Blue Star 2 design in this, functionally in Riders Vanillas, we'll call it, gears actually don't have that many differences, aside from... Well, in terms of stats, there's really no differences. They all pretty much run at the same stats.
Yes. Well, all you need to really know is just Slide Booster, High Booster, Darkness, and I think another gear are like the best gears, and the rest just suck. GG's.
Yeah, the rest are just not that good. But that's kind of why running story is kind of nice, because then you don't have to worry about what the best gear is. You just have one gear and stat block to kind of deal with. Yeah.
she got lucky there because of the
Oh yeah, no, that curve can be a killer for a run on Garden.
Oh yeah, and
it kills so many players.
Yeah,
unfortunately, and mostly that's due to turbulence, basically.
That too. Yeah, you have to like hold L1 and L1 and R1 to get out of it. Well, for PlayStation players at least, I don't know for the others.
Yeah, and then L and R for GameCube players. I don't know about Xbox though. Moving into Night Chase, we now play as the Babylonian Rogues. Yeah,
we are now at the biggest skill check of the game. This is like the reason not many people play this story versus the hero story, just because of this stage, because the cars are annoying.
Yeah. Like, if you think Metal City cars can be annoying, Night Chase is like 3 times that.
What is the name of this character? Because I've seen them a lot, and I just don't know.
This is Jet the Hawk. So you can call him the leader, I guess, of the Babylon Rogues.
Jet?
Yes.
Yeah, Jet the Hawk.
Okay.
Basically Sonic's rival, like another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Sonic has a lot of rivals, so...
True.
Like probably 5, 6 maybe?
Yeah. I mean, this is just standard. You just either get 30 rings real fast to eventually get to the 100 rings, and then lap 2 and 3 you just take the rail. Just be sure to take the jump in the middle so that you don't hit the truck. And yeah, everything else is just avoid the cars and smooth sailing.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, a lot of players, I guess to say, who have played this before, honestly don't know that you can use that open truck for tricking on top of it. Which, yes. Yeah, as we're shown, you can, and it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, and the Babylon Rogues are also treasure hunters.
Ah yes, that's also something story-wise.
And our aliens as well.
Oh yeah, from ZG's story.
Yeah.
I always forget about that. I never really think about ZG.
It's just funny to me because they're all aliens, Sonic included anyway. So it's just.
Right.
Yo, Ice is getting on good art. No way. Okay, she got me RNG. Let's go. Yeah.
Sweet. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, we're here at Red Canyon. Typically, you want to go for the top paths, just because there's a lot more rings to start with. Also, there's that small little skip right there that you can do that saves a decent. Skip that would be good.
Obviously, dodging dash bounce because they're slow. Oh, she's gonna go for it. Oh,
let's go!
Go!
Yes. So, the barrel bonk skip there, it actually is a lot harder than a lot of people think.
It really is.
So, there's a very specific area, like very small specific area, that you have to jump onto with those barrels with, I'd say, a decent amount of speed. To be able to bonk yourself over the wall, and then you can get an early QTE from that.
Yep.
So you're saying that you're doing a skip in my no glitches allowed?
I suppose technically it's a skip. I'm not sure how to really put it. We call it a skip, but I don't know, I mean...
It's like technically not really, and...
Yeah.
Like it's not, it's like, because there's like bigger skips in this, which is
like
which we need to raise another $49 for, to show off.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, true, so Jacob's saying it's a shortcut. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's a shortcut. No worries about it.
Ice Factory.
Ice Factory. There's a few good ones here. Let me see.
Ice got good RNG. No, she just got good ring collection. Maybe. Yeah, she's gonna get level 3 here, which is good. This means she doesn't need the hunter rings.
Yeah. Ring collection, honestly, is probably the most important skill you could have, just at least as a backup.
Mhm.
If you are, for some reason, unable to get a 100 ring box.
The reason Ice Tornado says she can switch from her level 2 boost to level 3 boost, but that's like only something like mostly keyboard players can do because they have the air for it and the controller players don't.
Yeah.
Obviously, also on the if you're playing on console and you're doing the QTs, then you have to actually rotate your stick. Because there's also differences in there depending on which controller you're using, which is also an annoying thing about it.
Yeah, that's also a pain. You can get yourself the control stick indent on your hand on the console. That's man, that's not fun.
And yeah, you
yourself some gloves.
It doesn't matter which version you play, you can still break your controller.
And that too.
Yes.
Other than that, Ice Factory is just pretty standard overall, I'd say. There's
Wow,
really
for
not
once,
much to note about it.
for once, speed shoes actually helped Ice out. For once.
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy.
But yeah, there's rings, 10 rings, 20 rings, 30 rings, 100 rings, 30 air, 50 air, 100 air, and then also the max air that was here too. Then you have ball and chain, which is which slows you down and you don't really want to have it. You have magnet as well, which depending on where you get it, it can be a blessing or a curse. If you get like, too late or something and you already have one of the rings. Then you also have bomb, but that's if you're in last place or something. You also have invincibility, but that doesn't matter either because it's also at last place. And I think that's all of them, right? Oh yeah, and species, of course.
Yeah, those are pretty much all the items that you can get in the boxes. So, here we are at White Cave. It's pretty much mostly just a straight line.
Yeah, I just kind of messed up by not getting the box, but yeah.
No, I mean, I just got the 100 box, so
yeah.
we're good. Forget that it's actually faster to take that small little power path than the layer in
yes.
this. But other than that, yeah, let's see. It's supposedly, I'm looking at the notes here that Ice gave me. Supposedly that pathing total saves about a second. So
yes.
That's actually quite interesting to know.
You could talk about turbulence.
Turbulence, yeah, too. So turbulence, it is pretty much a detriment a lot of times in this game if you don't know how to deal with it. Essentially, it's meant to be a catch-up mechanic, but what most people don't really find out, and heck, even I didn't find out until probably just a couple years back, is that you can actually exit that turbulence by, as we said earlier, the R1 and L1. I guess if you know how to do a tornado, it's pretty much the same inputs as that to exit the turbulence.
Yes, and you just have to trick in the turbulence to basically go faster and faster. That's the basis of it. But if your opponent just cuts it off, then you don't get your opportunity to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it happens at the wrong place, it can just mess you up in the speedrun, because in Sonic Riders, it's actually possible to catch up to the last place depending on the stage. And unfortunately, I just got hit by the lightning.
Yep. Gotta be careful on your starts.
Because of that, Ice couldn't get the rings, which means she can't get early level 3, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Which is close though.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the better rails.
Yeah. One of the cooler looking ones too, I'd say.
That's true.
And we skip over this one and try to make this corner as tightly as possible.
Okay. You can
Here we
also
have
clip through this.
what we call the T-car skip,
Yeah.
coined by another player named Thanos Car. Essentially, you if you are at the right height, you can just simply jump through the wall. Another instance of one wall being not solid.
Yes.
On one
Who
end.
cares? Sega still sure you didn't.
Yeah, for real. It was. This was released back in 06. Sega had a lot of problems that year.
At least the game turned out better than 06 did. But hey, it is what it is.
Hey. Oh yeah.
Also, even when you land on the ground, taking dash panels is not good. As you see, like Ice still avoiding it.
Yep. You gotta avoid those dash panels at pretty much all costs, if possible. Those corners are really clean.
Yes. Oh yeah, which also I can segue into this a little bit, but the movement between controller and keyboards is a bit different too. Like keyboard is better too for these kinds of things.
I was just about to ask about that too.
Mm-hmm. Now we're on Sky Road here, and it's probably the shortest, I'd say, track in the game, only because of this little bit of turbulence here.
Yeah, this
if you can trick onto it, you pretty much that's it. You don't have to do that much.
If you play this casually and you miss that, you pretty much lose the race. Like it's actually so hinged on that one thing. It's actually crazy.
It really does.
So do you have to hold forward to go? If you hold forward, do you go faster on keyboard or any of the other?
It actually does not matter, I think.
Okay.
No. Doesn't matter, not on ramp. Yeah, it only matters in terms of just getting... ooh, that's rough. Yeah, it really only matters in terms of ramps, whether you want to go further or higher.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the reason this stage sucks is because there's also just not enough resources, so you have to really get lucky. Therefore, it makes that the turbo is just a lot better because it's the faster method to get around this track as best as possible.
I've never seen this game before, so it's very interesting to me.
You auto accelerate? Oh, okay, thanks. I was mixing up with ZG in this game.
Yeah.
Or in ZG, you don't need to do that. But yes, there is a big skip on this game where you can skip more than 50% of the track if you pause buffer and use the fly hoops.
Yeah, there's a lot of this is a lot of the more broken skips in this game are just pause buffering.
Yes, or you do lab respawn stuff.
Yeah. Now we're on the final bit, Babylon Guardian. This is now the Riders series, hilariously, is known a bit for their end game boss fights.
Yes. And this is also an example of how bad turbulence can be.
Yes. So the main thing with this stage is you just have to hit the Guardian 3 times. Otherwise, the race pretty much just goes on forever.
Yes. But it also doesn't matter who ends up in first place. Like in this track specifically.
Yeah,
compared
that's
to
the
the
very
others
funny
with the requirement for some reason. And also, because you cannot level up in this stage, you're basically just snaking the whole time and boosting to hit him.
Yep.
Like that.
Can I cut in really quick?
Sure.
Yes.
I got a $5 donation from Nier that says "Good luck, Ice."
Well, thank you, Nier. Much appreciated.
Yeah, Ice messed up here by not having air at the end of the ramp. Which, yeah, if you don't have air, you can jump, and then you basically are forced to do a bad trick. Well, not a bad trick in like getting a C rank, but I'm just not being able to do an X rank, basically.
Yeah. Anything less than an X is not ideal whatsoever.
Oh.
Ooh, that wall hit.
Okay, at least you can do the trick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously, thank you, Jacob. Yeah, boost shading on level 1 also is like unironically faster for some reason.
Boost shading, though, not used very much in I guess we could say this version of it.
Yeah,
or
vanilla,
the modded versions. Yeah. Boost shading essentially is where you drift and then boost, and it gives you a bit more of a burst of speed. But it's kind of wonky in vanilla version.
Yes. And that was basically the boss.
That was the game right there.
GG's to Ice.
Was that time?
That was time, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, damn.
I forget usually saying time in some of these events.
Yeah,
I commentate for all the riders stuff, but yet I always forget to say time.
Unfortunately, we did not meet the glitch exhibition or whatever. So, but
that's all right.
Yeah,
that's fun.
But thank you. Yeah. Do you guys want to shout out?
Yeah, why not? Cyber, you wanna do any the shout out stuff?
Leaving this place?
I mean, shout out to Ice, of course. Shout out to Riders Underground. That's where we all come from. There you go. Where all the rider stuff is happening, and where
you better make sure you're
we vanilla runners hang out. Also, shout out to the Sonic Speedrun community as well, for where the vanilla runners hang out. What about you, Roxy?
That's pretty much all the ones I wanted to do.
We should split too.
So, that's it on our end, I suppose.